Meet Bill Krejci, a man with a lifelong passion.
I guess you would call me the typical beer drinker. I would be the poster child for beer drinkers across America.
But for 3 weeks, he's leaving his life and beloved beer behind to train as a wine sommelier, helped by some of San Francisco's top wine experts.
Well, my ideal figure would be somebody who's worldly, well-traveled, enjoys dining out.
I'm more of a sports bar kind of guy, so I want to go to a place where I can get a pitcher of beer and a bucket of wings.
Can Bill, whose idea of fine dining comes out of a cardboard box, blend into the upmarket world of top restaurants, or will he be exposed as a fake?
I want to beat these guys at their game, so I'm going to do whatever I can to, to learn this so I can afterwards go, in your face!
Bill Krejci lives in the Chicago suburb of Downers Grove. He's a salesman, but he's also the captain of the U.S. beer drinking team. He's so mad about beer, he's even built his own bar in the basement of his house.
I almost wanted to put a neon sign, outside in Bill's bar. Pizza's here! Yeah!
This is Bill's idea of a perfect night in.
Yeah. We got smoke. Get out! Smoke. Go!
But everything is about to change.
Not again.
For 3 weeks, Bill is leaving his beloved beer behind to train as a wine expert known as a sommelier.
I never heard of a sommelier. I thought it was a country in Africa.
Sommeliers are employed by top restaurants to recommend and serve wine that perfectly complements the food on the menu. Bill's transformation will be overseen by Mickey Clevenger, the sommelier at one of San Francisco's finest restaurants.
It's foie gras, potato, and truffle baked, accompanied with a little seared duck burger.
Helping Mickey will be Stephen Lacroix, sommelier at the dining room of the Ritz-Carlton.
It's a really nice style of Cabernet. It's quite polished. You have a nice tannic structure, but really elegant, really well balanced.
As well as knowing his Burgundy from his Bordeaux, Bill must learn to pour priceless wines into the correct glasses, with grace, style, and without spilling a drop.
We have guests who come here and spend a lot of money. They want to have the time of their life. Some people come once a month, some people come once a year, some people they come once in a lifetime.
In that kind of environment, they're going to be dropping $300, $400, $500 on a bottle of wine or dinner for two. There are wines on my list that are $1,600, $1,700.
Even though Bill has never set foot in a high-class restaurant, he's got his own preconceptions about sommeliers.
My impression would be someone who is, they're an expert and they want everyone to know it. I'm a sommelier, look at me go. I know exactly what goes with what.
Yeah, the skate is wonderful. It is rolled, dusted with porcini powder on black spaghetti.
I can't tell the difference between, a cheap wine or an expensive wine. To me, it's just usually bitter or sour and it has a bad aftertaste.
At the end of the training, Bill will be entered into a competition along with 3 genuine sommeliers.
Muscularity from the Cab Franc and the Sauvignon really kind of give great structure.
For the rabbit, however, I go something a little bigger. A nice unctuous Chardonnay with a Schaefer Red Shoulder Ranch.
They will have to select and serve wine to a panel of judges. Can Bill blend in, or will the experts sniff him out as the fake?
I want to show them that your regular, typical beer guy can come into their world and do just as well, if not better than them. Beat them at their own game.
It's Bill's last night in Chicago, and a chance to catch up with his beer-drinking buddies.
What if I get there and I'm really gassy, like normal? Like normal. His nickname is Splop, so that comes because there's always some kind of noise spewing from his body.
He thinks he's being polite at a restaurant if he belches really loud into a napkin.
Going from that to a guy who's going to be serving wine to elite people in restaurants is pretty funny to me.
Oh, guys. Eat.
Salute.
After one last beer with his friends, Bill says goodbye to his family as he heads off to enter the elite world of top restaurants.
Oh, where's Daddy going? He's going to California.
Bill travels over 2,000 miles to San Francisco, where he'll be staying for the next 3 weeks. As he gets closer to his destination, Bill's nerves start to show.
Not knowing what you're getting into can be a scary thing a little bit. It's like the fear of the unknown, I guess, like when you're your first day at college.
During his time here, Bill will be staying with Mickey, his main mentor, who has never met him before.
How's it going?
Hi.
I'm Bill Krejci.
Bill Krejci, Mickey Clemenger. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I guess I'm your house.
Mickey has no idea how little Bill knows about wine.
So, what's your experience with wine so far?
I'm not a big on the taste of wine. I love beer. I'm, you know, obviously when I was younger, it was just how much I can drink. Now I like good quality beer. So, to me, if I have to go buy a bottle of wine, it's just based upon what, you know, on price.
Right.
So, you know, I figure like, you know, 10, 15 bucks is a good enough bottle for company. If it's just for around the house, you know, $5 a gallon is just fine.
Okay. So,
To see if Bill's taste buds are up for the job, Mickey does a blindfold test and asks Bill to describe what he's smelling and tasting.
so you can tell me if you think they're white or red and what the bouquet is.
It smells like wine. No. Oh, I don't like that. That tastes like a white wine.
Mickey realizes that Bill hasn't got a clue.
If I was gonna guess, it tastes like a dessert wine.
What if I was to tell you that this wine was meant to be with an appetizer?
It's got a weird smell. Musty, old furniture. Not much taste to it. See, I was gonna guess this was a white one. It tasted like a white wine. To me, it used to be just red and white.
Much more complicated than that now.
No, oh my God.
So it's going to be a challenge the next 3 weeks. Are you up for it?
Yes.
When he tasted one of the reds and expected it to be a white, that's a big problem.
The first thing he does, though, is throw a blindfold on me and ask me to start tasting some wines. They weren't that bad. One of them, oh God, it tasted like ass. It was bad.
I think it's doable, but it's going to be, you know, we're going to have a really hard time.
Aware of the huge challenge ahead, Mickey decides to take Bill up to wine country. On the way, he tries to teach him what wines go best with which foods.
Basically, I mean, the old school rules are white wine, fish, red wine, steak.
But Bill has his own ideas about what to drink with his dinner.
See, with a steak, I usually go with a microbrew. With pizza, it's got to be a light beer.
All right. Do you have Mexican beer with Mexican pizza?
You know what? Mexican beer is kind of, it can go with also the pizza and wing thing.
Well, we're going to take those principles and we're going to apply them to wine and food for you.
Okay.
They are heading for the Napa Valley, wine capital of California.
If I were to ask you to describe the difference between a Cabernet Sauvignon and a Syrah.
A Cabernet I've had, I believe that's a red?
Yes.
That's a red wine.
Off to a good start.
Okay.
You got it.
And then the other one,
You're gonna win. You're gonna win, I can tell. It's red.
It's red.
Bill knows so little about wine that Mickey's decided he should start with the basics, grapes. It's harvest time in Napa, which gives Bill the perfect opportunity to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, I had a couple.
There's a couple grapes in there.
Jump around, jump around.
For Bill, the sheer scale and effort involved in making wine is a revelation.
I guess you never realize how much trouble goes into that bottle of wine when you open it.
Well, you appreciate it a little more now, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
Now that Bill knows how to make wine, he has to learn how to describe it. So Mickey's enlisted the help of resident taster William Donovan.
The first wine will be Veramonte Sauvignon Blanc from Chile. It's hitting right mid to upper tongue in the sweet and sours.
To fake it as a sommelier, Bill must learn a whole new language to describe the color, smell, and taste of wine.
Close your eyes and picture where the wine's going in your mouth, and then pick some fun adjective. What fruit do you taste on the palate?
It's a light fruit. Maybe a pineapple.
Little pineapple?
A little bit of pineapple. Not a watermelon, though, but like just a melon.
Not a watermelon.
Yes, not a watermelon.
Definitely not a watermelon.
No.
No watermelons here.
No, not at all.
After dozens of bottles, Bill still has trouble finding the right words.
Tropical fruit, banana,
Cotton candy,
Green apple.
real explosive on the forward palate.
automobile, diesel, or gas.
Lovely legs.
Hot,
Beautiful, long, silky, lush finish.
shiny like my wedding ring.
Your spitting's getting much better.
Thank you very much. When I spit it, it almost gives me a better taste than drinking it. I mean, to try to just...
I can't wait till you're in front of the first table. It's like, you know, Madame, it tastes much better if you just spit it out.
I'm raw, okay? Remember that. I'm a raw product here.
Mickey realizes he's got his work cut out for him.
I want him to succeed. We want this to work, but the reality of the fact is we're 3 days in, and he doesn't know that much more than when he started.
The stress of the whole situation is kind of hitting me now. But one thing that's odd is that with wine, it's got grapes, but oh no, it tastes like mushrooms. It tastes like licorice. It tastes like leather. You know, if I want to have a soil taste leather, I'll take my jacket, drag it through the lawn, chop it up in little bits, and stick it in a glass of water and drink it.
After 2 days in Napa, Mickey and Bill return to San Francisco. Although Bill has made some progress, Mickey thinks he needs to work harder, and he's got bad news for the football fan.
We were gonna have a day off tomorrow, but you and I are working tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to pull you away from that Bears game, and you and I are gonna do some studying.
The next morning, Bill's meant to be working, but he has plans of his own.
As I'm walking, I notice a little sports bar. So I go and I stop in there and I walk in, lo and behold, my team is on. Some guy goes, "Hey, you're here just in time." So I sit down, order myself some lunch, and of course I had a couple beers.
Having been stood up, Mickey's on the warpath and goes in search of his apprentice.
I took time out of my schedule to go down there and spend time with him in the library, and he was nowhere to be found. He's strolling into the situation going, woohoo, you know, free vacation. No.
It's just frustrating because I'm studying, and I get an attitude about, oh, you're not watching the game. You know what? I am watching the game, and I'm going to take a dump when I want to take a dump, and I'm going to do what I want to do.
That's not what he's here for. He's not here to watch football games. That's not the point.
If tasting wine and knowing wines means I don't watch football, then guess what? I'm throwing a damn bottle out the window. It's not going to happen.
You know what? I'm not going to be there to be nice anymore. I'm not going to be there.
Bill Krejci is captain of the U.S. beer drinking team. He's got just 3 weeks to try and transform himself into a wine sommelier. Yesterday, he should have been studying, but instead, he watched the Bears game. Mickey, Bill's mentor, takes him to a wine shop to test his knowledge. He's convinced that Bill has not been putting the work in.
That varietal, how do you pronounce it?
There was so much trouble with that. Viognier?
Viognier.
Viognier.
Okay, so tell me about Chardonnay.
Chardonnay will give you usually a fruity and sometimes buttery or vanilla taste. The colors can vary greatly between like almost a pale. I'm not reading it at all.
What Mickey doesn't know is that Bill spent all night studying.
Tell me about Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cab is very big in California.
Cab, excellent. Great, you got the lingo down. Zinfandel. Tell me about Zin.
Zin actually is one of my favorites from the other day. I enjoyed it a lot. Your Merlot, which is pretty much for your rookie wine drinkers, will give you a medium tannin. Finishes off great where you can, after you set the glass down, you still taste it for a while and you get it all over down the sides here.
Okay. Great, good. You did study yesterday. Today, I was ready just to rip into him, and I'm really happy I didn't have to do that. He did a good job. It has to get better, much better, but at least it seems that he's now taking this much more seriously.
Bill may have an idea of what's in the bottle, but now he has to present and pour it correctly. Mickey wants to see if Bill has any natural ability when it comes to serving wine.
Okay, failure.
Nope, you don't want to use your hand, okay?
That's a tough one. It's kind of sticky.
Use a knife. Use a knife.
Oh my gosh. This would be embarrassing.
It's already embarrassing. There you go. Still a little messy, but better.
There's still no sign of that natural flair.
Upright.
Ooh.
Okay, upright. Don't pop it. Don't pop it. You're getting close. Perfect.
Now he has to decide which glass to pour the wine into. With 6 to choose from, it's not as simple as it sounds.
But I'm going to go for the order of that. You'd want to put them in the order you'd serve them. But...
Okay, bad. Okay, wrong. What kind of glass is that?
A big glass.
It's a big glass. This is a Bordeaux glass.
Okay.
Okay, that's wrong. Wrong. Don't break the restaurant.
No, I'll try not to.
Okay, and that's wrong. Okay, watch. There you go. You just ruined my day again.
I have to admit, when I walked in here, I was brimming with confidence after the progress I've made. But after this little episode here, I kind of feel like I just started again.
Bill, sir, it's gonna get worse.
Well, that makes me feel even better.
You're gonna be on the floor. There's gonna be 90 people watching you open a bottle that sloppy. 90 people are gonna know you're a rookie.
You really want to lose customers that bad?
Bill's moment of truth comes sooner than he thinks. Under Mickey's watchful eye, he's working his first night on the restaurant floor. And he's terrified.
I'm not ready for that big show yet, I don't think.
Big show's here already.
Oh, I know. Well, the big show came earlier than I thought, so.
What Bill doesn't know is that among his guests is Stéphane Lacroix, sommelier at the Ritz-Carlton, and his second mentor. He's here to see how far Bill has progressed.
You guys are pretty busy tonight, huh?
Yes, very busy.
It's good.
Would you like to?
Please.
Immediately, Bill commits the ultimate service sin by not pouring for the lady first.
You see, he served you first.
Maybe he likes me better than he likes me.
His guests have chosen their food, and Bill must recommend the wine to go with it. Pick the wrong one, and the meal will be ruined.
I'm gonna have the sweetbread with the asparagus. Just pick one, I guess.
Okay, let's try the Franciscan. I was there. It was very good, so
Great.
hopefully you'll feel the same.
Great.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And then we went through the... I went through the list quickly. Maybe we want to go towards maybe a Cabernet Sauvignon.
I was thinking definitely for the filet, a Cabernet Sauvignon would go great with that, I would think. Your dish has got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of flavor, so a Cab would also work with that.
Thank you very much for your help. Thank you.
He successfully navigated the order, but he's asked the barman for the wrong bottle.
You're supposed to be doing the Franciscan for him, correct?
Yes, you're right. Thank you. I'm so sorry. My
No, no.
fault. My fault. I'm sorry about that.
Franciscan?
Yes.
If you're gonna make a mistake like that,
That's
it better
big.
be here and not at the table.
That's true. Thank
Okay?
you. Yes.
So, can he do any better on describing the wine?
Is it good? You like? This is the Franciscan, the Chardonnay 2000.
Great.
This one is a very nice start, a buttery toast perhaps, and a very nice finish. It should finish well for you.
Wow, that's great.
His description of the wine is totally wrong, and Mickey is not impressed.
You don't know what you're pouring.
Obviously not.
Okay. How many sommeliers in town do you think don't know what they're pouring?
One. Me.
You're not a sommelier, sir.
I know, that's my point.
Bill's now got to serve the next course. Having successfully decanted the red wine, Bill gets distracted and pours the remaining sediment into Stéphane's glass.
I think you have the full decanter.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
That was a faux pas.
That was excellent.
That's not his only mistake.
Okay, that's a bread plate. You just put it on. All right, so they shouldn't be tasting the red now. So major mistake. You're rushing them. This is an experience. This is not a burger. and go with your instincts a little bit. I think you're rushing to judgment because you're nervous.
My instinct was not even to decant anything until they were done with the white. I'm saying that's my instinct.
Okay.
That's my
All
instinct.
right.
Was
Never
I
mind.
thought
Ignore your instinct.
Bill's nerves have gotten the better of him. He's been standing at the table for over 5 minutes, and he can't stop his nervous chatter.
Very, very nice. Inside, it's very nice. Also, I actually bought a bottle for my wife there. So.
Oh, wow. It's fascinating.
Yes. You see, I never realized before I got into this how much work goes into a bottle of wine. You know, you think they just take the grape, squeeze it, you know, throw it in a bottle and ship it out, but it's not like that at all.
No, but that's what I saw too.
There's a time when you stop talking.
You haven't laughed like that for months.
I know. It's pretty hilarious.
When you start tanking like that, when you start going down and you feel it, you make up a good excuse and you get out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, I felt like a complete idiot. I messed up many, many times. Nikki was hard on me. At first I was kind of pissed off. I was like, why are you throwing me out on the floor to do this? I need to do much better. And I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna kick this thing in the ass.
Bill Krejci has just 2 weeks left to train as an upmarket wine sommelier. His mentor, Mickey, is taking him to the Ritz-Carlton. He's never been to a restaurant this exclusive before, but there's a familiar face waiting for him.
Walked in with Mickey, and lo and behold, he introduced me to my next trainer. And guess who it was?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice meeting you, Stefan.
That was surprising to say the least.
So I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of your new mentor.
Okay. Boom. I go from 1 week to having one mentor to boom, boom, I got 2.
Stefan's job is to give Bill the finesse he needs to fake it as a sommelier. His first task is to get Bill looking the part, so he whisks him off for a makeover.
Yowza!
As well as polishing Bill's looks, Stefan tests his knowledge.
Domaine Carneros.
Domaine Carneros. Domaine Carneros.
So the second one.
That's the Charles Hettinger.
Charles Heidsieck.
Heidsieck.
Charles Heidsieck. That's good.
Heidsieck.
Great. You
It's
said
a fruity wine.
Yes.
But not sweet.
Great. We are getting somewhere.
Yes.
See, you shift the beard and that's it.
That's what
it's
it was.
working.
Bill may now look the part, but to fake it as a sommelier, he needs to change the way he speaks. Voice coach Taylor Corribo has been enlisted to help transform beer-drinking Chicago Bill into the suave, sophisticated sommelier William.
So just say a real Chicago, can or can.
Can or can.
Can. See, it's sharp. Can or
Can.
can, and the back of your tongue is up. So
Okay.
I want you to try to relax your tongue. Can or can. So, first line.
How many can a canner can as a canner cans?
Do you believe how differently you say your A's?
No.
Okay. Bill.
I thought my A's
Can.
I thought my A's were fine before.
Yeah. That's what you
Okay,
thought.
I know.
All right. So this one here, red leather, yellow leather, makes you enunciate.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Beautiful. I wish I had a video right now of your mouth that you could see. Your mouth barely moved.
Mhm.
Red leather,
Red.
as opposed to Chicago
Red
Bill,
leather.
red leather. Right, where I could see your tonsils.
Uh-huh.
This soft little soft mouth. A lot of these things that we're learning are tools to get you into William, to get you into character. Talk to me about wine right now. Just, what should I have with my steak, William?
What would you like with your steak? I'd like to recommend a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh, okay.
We have a great blend from Napa Valley.
Slow.
1996.
Will you be able to do that in a restaurant?
Yes.
Good. That's really attractive on you. That's William's voice.
That's William. I don't know where Bill is.
Bill doesn't
He
talk.
flew back to Chicago.
Okay, good. We'll have to keep him there for a while. All right.
As part of Bill's strict training, beer has been banned.
Really miss beer. I would kill everyone in this city for one small drop of beer.
With Bill's transformation into the more sophisticated William well on the way, Mickey's keen to see him on the restaurant again. But with the Bears playing a crucial game tonight, how is the old Chicago Bill going to react?
You're stuck with me tonight.
Excuse me?
You're stuck with me tonight.
What does that mean?
That means you won't be going to see the games.
Since when?
Since now.
No. I need tonight to get away for a couple hours. I need to decompress and, you know, not think about wine for a couple hours tonight. I really, really need this.
You had a choice to commit to this or not commit to it. And I'm giving you that option right now.
I just need this for me, for Bill, not for William, for Bill. Bill needs this.
Bill's letting William down. So you can either work the floor with me tonight and be a sommelier, or you can go watch the game.
I don't know. I really don't know.
If you go see that game tonight, I guarantee you, you will not win that competition. I'm gonna go downstairs and change. I'm gonna get ready for service. I hope to see you come downstairs. If I don't see you come downstairs, I know what the decision is that you made. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope you make the right choice.
All right.
Okay? So, I think about what you're doing today.
I've made my choice. I don't want to let you down, Mickey. I mean, that's the part that's making it hard for me. Believe me, if I didn't care about you, this would be an easy decision. I'd just walk out here and laugh.
We're talking about a football game here.
Yes, we are. But football has been my life for a long time.
Well, here's the reality. I'm now short my assistant sommelier tonight. So, grab your jersey, get out of here, because I'm gonna get pissed. I got stuff to do.
Okay.
Okay. I'm really disappointed. I really expected him to come downstairs. I think he's making a horrible decision. You can't walk off a job. If this was any other job, you'd be fired.
With just 10 days to go, Bill Krejci's transformation into a wine sommelier has hit the rocks. His decision to watch a football game rather than work on the restaurant floor with Mickey has left tensions running high.
I do feel that those hours that he could have spent on the floor with me are gonna cost him the contest.
I need to get out of this goddamn character because it's driving me crazy.
I can't believe he made that decision. And that man has a talent for justifying anything he can justify.
I love my sports, I love my beer, I love my family, and they're trying to take it all away from me, and it's pissing me off.
I really don't understand. And he really let me down.
While the dust settles between Bill and Mickey, he works with Stefan at the Ritz-Carlton.
So starting from tonight, now you cannot have any excuses anymore. You just have to do it the right way.
Yes.
Bill's trying to immerse himself into the role of William, the deferential sommelier.
I love Zinfandel. It's one of my favorites, so I'm always looking to try as much as I can to make my job that much easier.
But his new role is getting him down.
I miss myself. I really miss Bill. And I haven't seen Bill for a while, and I know it's a role, and I know it's a game, and I know it's not real, but if I lose Bill, I lose the challenge. And that's what they don't understand, is that Bill plus William equals victory.
It's 5 days until the final test, and the first time that Bill has seen Mickey since their argument. He's been given $100 to go out and buy 6 quality wines for Mickey to taste. Taylor's here to ensure Bill keeps in character. This wine cost $12. Will Mickey like it?
I don't mean to be a complete jerk, but that's really terrible.
I know it is. It's
So
very,
let's go to
it's,
something
I was going to
else.
say very bland.
That's awful.
So will his second choice be any better?
I've had some swill that I've dealt with it. That's awful. Let's just toss that bottle. Just have to tell you, I'm really ashamed that I actually have to taste this stuff.
Bill's choices are just not good enough. And he's still using the wrong words to describe wine.
What's the color difference between these two?
Less yellow, a little more clear, picks up the lights a little bit more.
Pale straw?
Yes, exactly. Pale or burnt grass.
Burnt grass?
Burnt grass.
Would burnt grass be brown?
No, it's usually lighter. It's not brown. It's burnt grass I see more than straw. I'm not a farm boy.
Okay.
You're acting really defensive, if I could just interject for a second. You don't act like this with me. I'm not a farm boy, stuff like that. Wasted.
I'm not trying to be mean to him, and I don't think he's trying to be mean to me. It's just, it's a little rapport that we have on the side also.
You're acting like a ass. You're very defensive.
You know, I know where you're coming from. I'm just trying to let you know where I'm coming from.
You're gonna have some real jackasses at your table, and you're not gonna be able to barb with them. You're gonna have to suck it up and take it.
It's been a disaster.
It should have been a graduation ceremony. It should have been, look what I've learned, look what I'm doing, look how much I love this.
Let him have a horrible night and let him think that this was a miserable failure and he disappointed everybody and then buck up.
I'm really sick of this pretentious wine attitude. It's freaking wine. It's grapes, it's sugar, it's yeast, it's nothing else. Beer is much more complex. And that's what these people don't realize. They think, because it's wine, it's so much better, more complex. You know what? Screw you.
Every spare minute, Bill frantically studies every wine he can lay his hands on, determined to prove that he's up to the job of being a sommelier. There's only 48 hours until test day. As part of his final preparations, Bill has been asked to select the wine for an important dinner party.
So I'm going to go with this for my first course.
Okay, the Blanc de Blanc?
Yes.
He's going to be the sommelier at a private dinner for Evan Goldstein, chairman of the Court of Master Sommeliers of America.
Evan. Pleasure. Nice to meet you. Come on in.
It's his last chance to show Mickey he's got what it takes to be a sommelier.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay.
His pouring skills still leave a lot to be desired.
And he poured the sparkling wine. It looked like a beer.
On to the next wine, and Evan throws him some tough questions.
I'd be curious as to why you selected Sangiovese to go with duck.
I usually like to pair a lighter tanned red wine with duck.
What if you had chosen a Brunello?
My taste, you know, a lot of this is having, you know, I go by my taste, but I try to read, you know, the customer's taste.
Although Bill has no idea what a Brunello is, he successfully answers the question, much to Mickey's delight.
You did that very well, because you didn't know what the hell he was talking about, and you held it fine. You could have said, why didn't you pair it with a Pontiac, and you would have said the same thing. That's outstanding. Right, so that little tap dance was very good.
The meal is over, and it's time for Evan's verdict.
First of all, let me compliment you on your appearance. A lot of what a great sommelier is all about is the image that you project forward. One of the things that you can definitely work on in your next 48 hours is just, calming down, trying to keep your hand steady, not dripping. Things like that are very, very important. Okay, great.
Bill's wine choices were just right, and Mickey is impressed.
Wines were perfect. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You did good.
Thank you.
You did all the things that I wanted you to do when you presented the wines.
Great.
But I'm very proud of you. Those wines are great.
Thank you.
The night of the final test has arrived. 3 weeks ago, beer-loving Bill Krejci couldn't tell the difference between red and white wine. But tonight, he's playing the part of wine sommelier William and will be serving at a private event at Bacar, one of San Francisco's finest restaurants. 3 genuine sommeliers will also be serving the tables. Mr. Green works in one of LA's top restaurants and has been a sommelier for 5 years.
Now I'm the sommelier, the head sommelier at my restaurant, La Cachette.
Mr. Red is a recipient of the Wine Spectator Award of Excellence and has 4 years' experience.
It's my pleasure to recommend some aperitifs today.
Mr. Blue is a member of the Court of Master Sommeliers and has worked in the industry for 10 years.
So I think this will be a nicer pairing with the foods.
And Mr. Yellow is Bill Krejci, a complete newcomer to wine and a sommelier for just 3 weeks.
I'm here to help you with your selection for your main course.
3 experts will be asked to judge the sommeliers on their service skills. They have no idea there's a faker amongst them. Misha Hom is the food and wine critic for Zagat's Guide to San Francisco. Elio Lucas is a chef and restaurant owner with over 20 years' experience. But the most difficult judge to fool will be Jake Kosseff, a sommelier himself at a top Seattle restaurant. During the meal, every sommelier will have to serve 1 course of wine to each of the 3 judges. Mickey, Stefan, and Taylor are hidden away downstairs, watching Bill's every move on closed-circuit TV.
He's doing the neck thing. So I told him he's got to relax his neck. All right, I'm just going to kill myself now.
First up, the champagne course. Can Bill convince judge number 1 that he's the real thing?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bacar. Can I start you out this evening with some sparkling wine or champagne?
Yes, I think we'll start with the Veuve.
Here we go.
Quick.
The Veuve Clicquot, non-vintage. This is done more in a wine style, aged for 60 years. It should have a nice yeasty quality.
This is showing the bottle nicely. He poured correctly and he poured the right amount in the glass too.
Good.
Bill almost forgets to serve the lady next, but saves himself just in time.
And
he did everything right.
And he did the woman
He
next?
did much better than I expected
Yeah,
him to do.
yeah.
First
It's a good
Wow.
start.
here's to a great day. Okay, and in that.
He's pulling off the pen with his teeth. He just pulled the pen off with his teeth. Did anybody see that, do you think?
I don't
Oh, my God.
With the first judge safely served, it's time for Bill to deal with the second.
Good evening. Once again, I'm William, another one of the sommeliers here. Can I help you with some wine for your appetizers?
Absolutely. Hoping you might make a couple of recommendations to us.
The Stag's Leap Chardonnay. I think that would work well with both dishes.
We all drink way too much Chardonnay. You decided.
I'm not big on Chardonnays myself.
Okay. If you were sitting down at the table, what would you be drinking if it wasn't Chardonnay with?
Beer. Be drinking a Michelob.
Could probably go with the Behringer, which is more of it's a mixture of 4 different varietals.
Why don't we try that?
All right, I'll bring it right up for you.
Thanks so
you very
much.
That's good. That's good.
Wait till he serves the wine.
The appetizers are served. Will Bill's wine recommendation complement the food his table has ordered?
I hope this guy likes this wine.
Classic, I'm thinking. This is probably going to go great.
Outstanding.
Worked well?
Yes. I'm really enjoying
Excellent.
it. Thank you.
Great. Please, I don't want to interrupt. Please enjoy it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's doing much better than I had expected,
Me
I
too.
have to say.
He's a little bit nervous, though.
Meanwhile, Mr. Green is also impressing his guests.
This gentleman here has elegance and grace and
Yeah.
confidence and the haircut.
Nobody's going to pick him as the fake.
Pick my appetizer, pick my entree, pick my dessert, pick the wine. You can pick up the check if you want.
On the other table, Mr. Red has forgotten which region his wine came from.
You know what? You actually caught me on that one. I believe it's the Napa side, but please don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
The guy with the red badge looks the least the part.
He looks less professional, I would say.
I'm more of a southern boy in California.
Yeah.
Mr. Blue is putting in a great performance.
I don't think anybody's going to pick him. I mean, look how poised he is.
Yeah, he seems the most comfortable, the most refined.
Ooh. Yeah, good.
Bill has just one more judge to tackle.
Could you go for a white with that?
I wouldn't. I mean, if you wanted to, you'd have to get more of a full-bodied white.
These guys are listening to Bill.
I never try to dissuade a customer if that's what they want. Now, if they order it and then they don't like it, I don't say I told you so either.
Right.
What I'm really thrilled about is how relaxed he is. You know, that he's being jovial and he's being amicable and, you know, he's not holding himself real stiff.
Leave you to enjoy this, and your entree should be up shortly.
Great,
Thank
thanks.
you. You're welcome.
His banter was much more natural.
Suddenly, disaster strikes. The other guests are eating their entrees, but Bill's table has a problem.
We're wondering, our entrees are cold?
Okay.
Is that intentional, or?
Just say I'll check. Just say I'll check.
Should be sending them back, or?
Let me check with the chef.
Okay,
You know, I'll get
that
right
would be great.
I am so happy he just said, let me check.
Now, are all of them cold?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having someone bring you up another.
Please apologize.
I apologize. So,
It's okay, we just wanted to really enjoy the combination of food.
exactly, I apologize. So
No, it's
they're
not
taken
your
care of
fault.
for you right now.
Thanks.
This is totally unfamiliar territory for Bill. In the absence of a waiter, a genuine sommelier would almost certainly clear the plates himself.
Oh, man, I can't believe this. What's going on?
Why isn't the waiter there now?
Yeah, because the longer it sits there, the more she's upset that he didn't take it.
The server will be up shortly. I just wanted to
Okay,
give
do you want to just clear our tables, or you want to just let us?
He'll go ahead and take care of
Okay,
it for you. So,
okay.
everybody doing okay on their wine?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I just don't feel so great right now.
I'm really nervous too. I mean, there's an unexpected problem.
But I kind of think when a crisis kind of occurs, that everyone has to sort of jump in, and it seems like the right thing to do is for him to just take it away.
The meal is over. Will Bill's reluctance to clear the plates affect the judge's verdict? It's time to find out what they thought of the sommeliers.
Each of them had a very distinct approach to the table.
Collectively, I thought the service overall was pretty good.
Red was quite curt and stiff. We liked Yellow a lot more. He was very personable. He seemed to be well informed about the wines.
Hello. Thank you. I love you.
So who do the judges think the faker is?
Would you be surprised if I told you that 3 weeks ago, one of the sommeliers serving this afternoon had never even opened a bottle of wine?
Only because of the situation we're in would it not surprise me. I thought they all were at a basically sound level.
I'm very surprised because I think the deliverance of all of them was quite well.
Would you like to hazard a guess as to who that might have been?
So that I don't look like an ass, I hope it would be the red one.
Yeah!
Bill's fooled the first judge, an amazing achievement considering he's a sommelier himself. But what does the next judge think?
If I had to guess, to be honest with you, I'd have to say it was number one, the Yellow.
Drats.
It's one each, and it all hangs on the final judge.
I would think that the sommelier, William, I believe, who was yellow, we had an issue with our plates being a little bit cold, and he didn't really clear them right away, which is the one thing that I would have thought would have happened.
The result is bad luck for Bill. Only years of experience would have taught him how to deal with such an unexpected situation. It's time to tell him the judge's verdict.
The bad news is that 2 of them saw that you were the faker.
Really?
But the sommelier didn't pick you out, and that alone is worth celebrating.
It's a win.
It's great news.
High five.
Let's have
There we go.
Good job. All right.
The captain of the U.S. beer drinking team has some thank you gifts for his mentors.
Then I have official U.S. beer drinking team T-shirts
Oh, thank you.
for all 3 of you.
And a beer for himself.
Thank you very much.
So wine didn't change your life, huh?
Oh, no,
It did. Oh,
It
yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Great vintage.
Bye. It was such a...
It's time for Bill to say his goodbyes.
It's going to be an experience I'll never forget. It was a heck of a lot more emotional than I thought. I accomplished a lot. I did in 3 weeks what takes people 3 years to do. So that made me feel really, really good.
Good job, my friend. Take care, buddy. Thank you. I learned a lot.
Thank you.
I learned a lot.
Have a safe trip back home.
Safe trip.
really miss Bill. I haven't seen Bill for a while. I know it's a role, and I know it's a game, and I know it's not real, but if I lose Bill, I lose the channel. And that's what they don't understand. Is that Bill plus William equals victory. I'm really sick of this pretentious wine attitude. It's freaking wine. It's grapes, it's sugar, it's yeast, it's nothing else. Beer is much more complex. And that's what these people don't realize. They think because it's wine, it's so much better, more complex. You know what? Screw